Welcome back, folks, to Mini Motorways, and it's our daily challenge again. What have we got today? What have the motorway gods given us today, I wonder? Well, we know that's only one choice or no choice. It's one choice, isn't it? Which isn't really a choice, because if that's all that's there, it's not a choice. Weekly choices are now a mystery. Oh, it's a mystery. Everything in life is a mystery. Start the 5 motorways, no further. Ooh. Okay. I'm going to do what I normally do because I'm waiting for it to. I was going to put the roundabout in there. Just realised I got roundabout that, but that. Oh, maybe not. So I can do that. We can also. No, I'll just do. Oh no, there's only two. Well, there's two, isn't there? So. Um. Don't overburden the system. Well, I hope everybody's having a good day or had a good day because it depends on what time it is. Are going to have a good day. So that covers all bases. I did get an interesting email today. Obviously, I can't go in all the details, but my actual local MP has decided to. I think I sort of mentioned something about going to get invited to go see him, and the information went into spam, and I didn't see it because they were clarifying whether I was going to come and see him on that Friday, and this was like Wednesday. Anyway, I wrote to him to see if he would look into something for me, and it's an employment thing from our terrible job centre, and I'll go for the right side. And anyway, so job centre and this other thing that here in England we have to do after 6 months. As you know, a lot of you know that I've been desperately trying to find work for the last, over a year now, and it's terrible. It's got worse. It was bad enough to start with, but it's got even worse, you know. Um, Especially if you know the technology stuff and the writing and everything else that I do, you just can't get anywhere, you know, and things like that. So, but the organisations basically they're supposed to help you, basically not doing anything and making all the excuses in the world to not help you. And I don't like the idea of just a writing service and go in there and sign your name and go home. I thought, no, I want to work. If people don't want to work, that's their choice, you know. But that's not me. So anyway, and he wrote back today and said, "I'd like to take your case on and see what we can do about it because he seems to think it's wrong as well." So anyway, that's as much as I know, as much as I can say. So because obviously there's no legal things or anything like that until if he gets to that, I won't say anything. But it's just all wrong. Oh, and another thing that if you are a subscriber or you're just new to the channel and you've never seen this before, I've just released a 250 plus because it was about 255 at the time, a subscribers video, and to say thank you and everything like that. Sorry, I got hiccups. Shouldn't have some peanuts. Not peanuts. I don't like peanuts. Cashew nuts before. My mother bought me some cashew nuts a few weeks ago, and I thought, oh, I've got them on top of the bakery, and I'm waiting to do the video. So, oh, it's food. Let's shove that in. And I got hiccups. Typical, isn't it? Anyway, I'll just put this here for now. So yeah, so the subscriber video is done. Like I said, you don't have to be a subscriber to go and have a look at it if this is the first time you've obviously it's the first time you've actually seen you know any form of video that I've done. And I go on camera, so that's the first. Some people have never seen me on camera. I know I obviously did it a while ago and stopped doing it because you couldn't see all the map and things like that. So I just decided to forego that. I'm going to the right hand side. This is the right hand side probably this time. I'll put another one there. I don't think I can get a roundabout in there. Well, I can get a roundabout in there. That might make it well, I suppose it won't make it that much better. We want this to come down there. Now we could cut the corners here and do it this way. Now, I don't need an extra one at the moment. There's only two. There's only two hooses. I'm not going to connect to another one in there either, for obvious reasons. I'm a bit dubious about if this needs to be added. I'd rather do it from a roundabout. You know, using these to come to this yellow is what I'm saying, basically. Should have explained that a bit better than... I've been like a fool. You know. Yeah, I tend to, as we're doing these sort of games, not so much some of the other ones, because depending on where I am and what I'm doing, I talk about all sorts of things. Obviously, if English is your first language, because not everything. I know there's a lot of views of mine are not English, or don't even, or the first language isn't English either. So, I can well imagine some of the things that I say are quite maybe difficult to understand. So I apologise for that. I want to add one there. Now that is getting busier, but obviously we've got the roundabout to use that quite well. Now that I want on the right hand side. There is 4 available here, and there's only this. I do not want to add that. We'll start to get worried when we got 1,000. There's 1,000 points. I'm going to do this here because if this does get busier, and this starts with a house here, I can't get it around. Now I do not have a tunnel, which is strange. I've got more. I've got more roundabouts than enough, I must admit. Right, so let's just preempt. It can go both ways. That's not a bad connection. Now I'll just add one. It's 1 in 2. That's not too bad. I'll add the second one in. And we could also link these into here, you see. I'll just put that there so you don't get rid of the house. Now, here's where the problem is going to start. Well, I suppose not really. I mean, I've got a motorway. I might as well use the motorway. Don't overthink it, Piggy. Don't overthink it. I'm gonna have to overthink it now, though. Right, I think if I do this, send this round here and into here. This will get picked up by that. Or should I move that? Potentially. It still only wants two, that though. I'm gonna have to be careful because I don't want to connect too many of them. Right again. I have a strange feeling that this is for that one, but we don't really need to worry. Blue is going to cause an issue, so I'm going to put them two in there and see if we can reduce the blue. Yes, we can. I'm going to take that back off again. No, I'll keep one on. The reason why I do not want to get these into the trouble of going down the road of increasing themselves. Now, this is getting slightly busier, so I'll put another one on there. I've got enough magenta to sink a battleship. Now, here's where this can get a little... I suppose, no, it's only going to have one, so let's just put the one in. I put one in there. That's got two. I'm not going to connect any more than that. And certainly any more than that. I'd rather... That's going to... No, I'm going to keep that there, but not connected up, because these three can fire on that. But I'm going to do a 2 and keep that away, so it just reduces. I don't want it to get too leery. Or too large, leery. In other words, it's going to do what this one is doing here, basically. If I do that, then get this down to here, that's 4. I'll send 1 on a diagonal. See that if it gets a bit more, which it probably will do. I'll do another one. That now is going to cause an issue because this one, it's only got these to go to. Now we could send that, which would help from the motorway. The roundabout doesn't need it. As long as there are 2, it's perfectly fine. Because the go on the right hand side, obviously this would be the right hand side, but well, anything's going to be the right hand side. And I'm going to add another one in. Right, that can take out that, and that one can have that one. Right, this is where it's going to start to get a bit more, or need a bit more. I'm still not going to connect any more than that to this one. I'll keep an eye on this. This doesn't need any more, I don't think. Let's do that. Let's just tie that back. That's 3. That's 6. Now, it would be better to have... I've got 100 here, I think. So let's have that going in there. That would be better. Let's... I can't untie that. I don't know. Doesn't matter. That's still getting Larry. I think I'm going to... I can't ditch that though. That's the problem. I can add another one that way and another one that way. I don't want to go too far. Well, in fact, actually, if I add this down now and go down there, not too sure whether they'll come out. Right again. A roundabout has been achieved. Don't want to get them going. Still got one here, still got one there. Still got a few more there that need to... No, I don't want to add that. It's a pain because it's actually the wrong side, but I'll deal with that way. No, I don't think it needs it actually. Don't add in what it doesn't need. Especially when you're gonna get you know you're gonna get a surge at 1,000. See, that's gonna need another one now. So that's reduced that back down to 2. Now, this is gonna need there's 2 options. No, there isn't. Oh, that one's easy. That one can be just go to here. But I'll only have one in there for now. That can have that going to there. I was going to send it this way, but I know I could cut this off. But it picks the least resistance, which just so happens to be that one anyway. I'll not do that. I've still got this roundabout where I can actually link up most of the yellows, actually. Which may not be a bad idea. Well, in fact, I think what I'll do is I'm going to ditch this one. I don't know whether that's a good idea or a bad idea. But I'll ditch this. I'll not add that in, but I'm going to add these. No, I'm going to have to add this one to this one, aren't I? Just like... I don't want to go too far. I might just say that it doesn't really matter now, does it? Because they're all yellow anyway, so it doesn't really, it's not going to really affect it. This could come down as well. I think that's 2. I'll allow that to go in. I've now got this back on its own. I think this should be fine. This orange here should not be affected by this one. Right again. Hey! Tunnels, baby, tunnels. Oh. Well, we've got tunnels, and I can't flipping use them. I'll do that. The problem's going to start here, isn't it? This. But if I jump this over this motorway, that'll solve that problem. I could also ditch this side, I think. And get this one to do this one, and this one to do this one. I think that's what'll... They'll all... oh, they're all going up there. That's a bit of a pain. Didn't want you to really do that, but still. It doesn't really matter, I suppose. Yeah, now that'll... What's going funny then? Nothing. It was just my imagination. Imagination. Why is that going that? Ah! No, don't! Oh. I couldn't see it. I couldn't see the... No, sorry. That's not bad. 12%. I think I could have got more, though. I certainly... well, I know I could have got more. That's the undisappointing. I know when, you feel that you're playing and you get to a certain stage, I couldn't go anymore. I could have done. And I think that's the only disappointment. I think I could have stretched it to maybe 1,500 or maybe even more. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. We will definitely see you in tomorrow's play. And don't forget to check out pigstv.com. And like I said, have a nosy at the subscriber videos, even if you're not a subscriber. That was yesterday now. And, keep an eye on the channel. Bye for now.